New Jersey, the Garden State. We have a musical heritage that goes back to the beginning of this country, making a contribution that has helped shape American culture. With some exceptions, of course. In keeping with our musical traditions, we've invited bands from all over the country to come to our studio in northern New Jersey and play some songs. I'm Brian Kane, and this is Soul Search Live.
Another ocean. It's getting hard to be this far. Promised it wouldn't stop us. Who'd have thought it'd be this hard? Who'd have thought we'd end up like this? I'll miss you. I miss you. Back then, I could love you in the morning. And back then, we were lost in time and free. Right now, how I want you more than ever. One day, we'll be back where we used to be. Back then, love meant forever. Holding hands in the summer breeze. Now my winter's colder than ever, and I only see you in my dreams. Who'd have thought we'd end up like this? I miss you. I miss you. Back then, I could love you in the morning. Back then, we were lost in time and free. Right now, how I want you more than ever. One day, we'll get back where we used to be. Back where we used to be. One day we'll be back where we used to be. One day we'll get back where we used to be. One day we'll get back where we used to be. One day we'll get back where we used to be.
Alright, hey, what's up? Welcome to Soul Search Live. I'm Ernie and I'm sitting here with Mike Scala and his band. How you guys doing?
Awesome. Stellar.
What's up?
Mike, you're the guy who formed this band. and you brought all these guys together. Can you tell me a little story about how the band formed?
I was actually studying abroad in Australia and ended up playing a local gig at a pub down at the Corova Lounge, which is in Ballarat. And one thing led to the next, and Andy Fry from John Butler Trio happened to be, he's from Ballarat, so he happened to be there. So caught the gig, loved it, word spread, the gig nearly sold out, and people were like, who the heck is this random American guy playing in this pub? And one thing led to the next, and we got in the studio and started recording an album, and the guys hopped on, and the tour formed after that, and I toured all of Australia. And again, like I said, working with them, this is all coming full circle, made me know that like I had to have a band. When I moved back to the States, I wanted to have a band. So I put an ad out on Craigslist for a guitarist, and I got hundreds of responses, over 300 responses. So Dan and I ended up working together and got together and jammed a bit, and the chemistry was just there, like musically, like he was a good guy, and it was down to him and about 8 other guys. And I decided to go with Dan for many reasons. He's a great songwriter. He's a really good person. You know, he's passionate about what he does. He's got a great ear for music. From there, Marcus, I was pretty much I was on a way to a meeting at Capitol Records in a super rush to get there, talking about all kinds of things. You know, I was late. Just happened to cut down through Union Square to get there for whatever reason that day, and Marcus was out on the street in Union Square just jamming on his sax, just going in, just doing his thing, and I was in such a rush, but he's playing stopped me in my tracks, and I was just like, that's the dude. Then how I met Eli, pretty much, Eli kind of happened through Marcus. Long story short, Eli jammed with us, we all looked at each other and we're like, yep. Bruno, I met out in LA. He had freaking awesome energy. From the moment that I met this guy, that vibe was just there. He just loved life. He's just one of those dudes that just love life. He's like, yeah, man, yo, I'm Bruno. These guys came at a time when, you know, I don't know, I was losing faith in people and musicians and just the world in general. You know, it's hard to find good people.
Do any of you guys have just any funny stories about being on the road?
When we did Europe, when we did continental Europe, we lived by couch surfing. Some places are harder to get couches than others. It particularly in Rome, because it's such a popular city. Mm-hmm. You know, the average couch surfing host in Rome will get 50-something requests a day. So where any other city was pretty easy to find a couch, find a place to stay, Rome was extremely difficult. And as it was getting closer to the time when we were supposed to get to Rome, we realized that we had no place to stay. So the night before, at about 3 in the morning, we booked a campgrounds way out at the edge of Rome.
So dodgy.
It's
so dodgy.
I mean, not only are we really tired doing all the transportation to get there and then bring our bags out and have to figure out how to get there, but I mean, we got there and it was just not really cool at all. But we're like, all right, look, we only have 2 or 3 days in Rome. Like, we'll just stick it out. We'll figure it out, and we'll make it happen. Okay, cool. So we get to the campgrounds and I open up my couch surfing account and this guy says, oh yeah, I have a couch if you guys still need a place to stay. So the next morning we go and meet him. And you know, when you're asking people why they host, you know, one of the common couch surfing questions is, why do you host people? And he says, well, you know, I used to travel around the world given my job, and now I host a radio show and I want the world to come to me. Mm-hmm. And so we inquire, okay, so what did you used to do that got you traveling around the world? Well, I was the main publicity person for the Prime Minister of Italy,
this is great.
From 2000 to 2010, and so we're like, wait, excuse me? So we're dealing with, you know, a pretty powerful political figure, and the Prime Minister of Italy from 2000 to 2010 was Silvio Berlusconi, which is a whole nother conversation.
Right.
But luckily, our guy was really cool, and he treated us really well. The hospitality was stupendous. He cooked
Such a good guy.
all these kind of Italian delicacies for us. He had us. He introduced us to different members of parliament and took us out to the countryside and had fresh olive oil and all this kind of amazing thing. I mean, we were really treated extremely well.
Yeah.
And from having gone so rough and tumble throughout most of the tour, and Rome being the last city, it was the most magnificent way to really end the experience.
Because we went from
And when I first met you, we had separate lives that we never knew. This was the start of something true. From New York on a Friday night, it was something new. And I've been thinking about it, yeah, thinking about it so crazy. And I've been thinking about it, yeah, thinking about how you swept me off my feet, yeah, and said I've never been so happy since you came into my life. And said, well, now you make everything better and you keep me at bay at a time to a time. And now you're everything I hope for, that I hope for in a woman. I hope I'm everything you hope for, that you hope for in a man, in a man, in a man. And years had passed till I heard from you, and then our lives crossed paths we never knew. And there you were with your long blonde hair. It was about 10 o'clock in London, Leicester Square, and I've been thinking about it, thinking about it so crazy. And I've been thinking about it, yeah, thinking about how you swept me off my feet, yeah, and said I've never been so happy since you came into my life. Said, well, now you make everything better and you keep me at bay in times and on time. And now you're everything I hope for, that I hope for in a woman. I hope I'm everything you hope for, that you hope for in a man, in a man, in a man. So please take me back to that night and that moment where I knew I'd spend the rest of my life with you. 'Cause you know me for who I am, who I am. I tried to let go of everything I knew, let everything I know inside. 'Cause you know me for who I am, who I am, who I am. And said I've never been so happy since you came into my life. And said, well, now you make everything better and you keep me at bay in a time to time. And now you're everything I'd hope for, that I'd hope for in a woman. I hope I'm everything you hope for, that you hope for in a man, in a man, in a man. And now you're everything I hope for, that I hope for in a woman. I hope I'm everything you hope for, that you hope for in a man, in a man, in a man. And now you're everything I hope for.
liked what you saw today and you liked this episode, you can subscribe here. If you liked the artists and want to find out more about them, you can click here. And to visit our website, click down here. Thanks for watching. Come, dummy. Come here. Damn dog. Buddy, come.